All right. Everybody gather around, get your snacks. Okay, I got a weird one for you today, bro. This is a story about a young lad. Well, it's really, a girl, whatever, it doesn't matter. What does matter though, is they are a part of a super secret, very weird, very strange. It's a cult story, basically. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a part of a cult. Some may say that some supporters are a little weird, that they may have a sin cult. I hope not though. Like, please, if you do, stop. This is a Wendy's. But today we're here to talk about the A24 film, Hereditary. This is one of those movies that you kind of gotta pay attention to. If you don't, then you're not going to understand anything about it. Anyways, there's this woman named Ellen Taper Lee, 78, passed away after a prolonged illness at her daughter Annie's house on April 3rd, 2018. The beloved wife of the late Martin Lee, devoted mother of Annie Lee, and the late Charles Lee, cherished grandmother of Peter Graham and Charlie Graham. She's also survived by her own son-in-law, Dr. Stephen Graham, and she will be missed. Reposing. There's a funeral service to be held on Saturday, 10 a.m. Burial will take place at Spring Blossom Cemetery. I don't know why they're having us read this in the beginning. It has nothing to do with anything, really. I mean, kinda, but like at the same time, who cares, bro? It's old died. We start by looking at a clubhouse that's outside. This clubhouse is going to be very important. At some point, you're going to realize why, but for now, don't worry about it too much. Don't think about it too much. All right, my fault. Anyways, Annie, she is the mom, and she builds like miniature homes, structures. I really don't know what it's for. I don't know if it's for like architecture, if it's for real estate, if it's for like, I don't know, making blueprints of things. I honestly have no idea what the business is or what it's for, but none of it matters too much, okay? Well, what does matter is that that's what she does, and it's kind of a metaphor for something. We'll talk about it later on. Hey, Charlie, get up, Nick. Time to go, man. My funeral today. I don't want to go to a funeral. Hey, I don't give a what you want to do. What you think this is? Anyways, we end up going to the funeral, and obviously Annie is speaking about her mother. She talks about how she was a very difficult woman to read. Keep it a man with you. She's not a very difficult woman to look at dead though, because why are people just staring at her? So you'll notice right here, right, that I'm gonna try to point out as many as these as I notice. But when Charlie goes up to the casket and sees her grandmother's necklace, there's a weird guy smiling at her. There's a bunch of weird people throughout this entire movie. You'll kind of notice them here and there, everywhere. They're important. Remember, I told you her mom's a part of this weird ass cult. Anyways, after the funeral, they go home. They got a nice ass house, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, look, they got a dog. Hope that dog doesn't die at some point. Never know in this movie. Now, Annie goes back to making her little miniature small world. I don't know, brother. What is her job? What is this? Does she just sell these? Now, the dad goes and checks on Peter to find out if he's doing all right. Hey, Peter, you good? Yeah, I'm cool, Dad. I'm just crazy, though. Grandma dying and shit. But I mean, it is what it is. She was 78 and all that. I know she was dealing with that illness and shit. Now, Charlie's a bit weird. Kind of been weird her whole life, I guess. Well, I don't really know about her whole life, but I'm assuming if she's like this now, she's probably been like this for a while. Anyways, her mom goes and checks on her, and she has a weird conversation with her. It tells her that the grandma wanted her to be a boy. And who's gonna take care of me? Me, duh. No, like when you die. Well, Dad and Peter. Grandma wanted me to be a boy. I told her I ain't no my nigga. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna leave. Sleep well, okay? God, you're weird. What was that? Nothing. So Annie leaves and she goes and finds this photo album. She also finds this old ass book with weird language on it. My darling, dear beautiful Annie, forgive me all the things I could not tell you. Please don't hate me and try not to despair your losses. You will see in the end they were worth it. Our sacrifice will pale next to the rewards. Love, Mommy. What the? I read something like that, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, I would have moved straight out of that house. Would have had to go somewhere else, nigga. A different world. Now she turns the light off and looks, and she sees her mom's silhouette in the corner. So she turns the light on, obviously, because what the? And there's nothing there. All right. Slowly losing my mind, descending into madness. Now we're at school the next day. Let's see what Charlie's doing. The is that? Now they're in class and Charlie ends up, seeing a pair of scissors. He's probably going to take those and do something foul with them. He's preparing everybody for that. Now Peter's in class. Now apparently they're going to go smoke a blunt whenever they get out of class. Now while Peter's getting interrupted at his very important text message by his teacher, it seems that Charlie's outside cutting the head off of a dead bird. Told you she was gonna do something foul with those scissors. She also sees a very old lady across the street that's waving at her. That's gonna become very relevant soon too. This movie's really weird, so just prepare yourself, okay? Because when I finally explain everything to you, you're gonna be like, what the bro, it took me, I had to watch this shit maybe 3 times before I understood everything. Anyways, Steven ends up going home, and Annie's she's working on her miniatures again and reading an article about apparitions. Seems like she's trying to figure out if she's going crazy or if she's actually seeing her mom. Anyway, she tells Steven that she's gonna go see a movie, but she really goes to this grieving group. I mean, she lost her mom, so, you know, losing a loved one is difficult. Sometimes it's easy to talk to other people that have also lost loved ones. My name's Annie. My mom died. It's really sad. I mean, not like super sad because my mom was kind of but still sad enough to talk about, you know? It's not always easy to talk about. They tell you it's gonna get easier, but it hasn't been. I started like seeing images of her. I thought I was going crazy at first, but then I realized I've always been crazy. Anyways, I thought my mom was invincible. And when she got sick, I realized that is not Mark Grayson. Anyways, when my mom died, I started feeling like it was my fault. Like I was to blame. Like it's all my fault. I ain't gonna lie, bitch, it probably is your fault. What? Now you heard me. Mom probably died to get away from your ass. Oh my God, that's terrible to say. My fault, but I mean, this bitch seemed insufferable. I'm just being honest. Now, Charlie keeps doing this weird ass shit. She keeps going, making this weird ass noise with her mouth. First off, what the f is that? What is that? Anyways, Charlie's outside wandering by her clubhouse at this point. And Peters wants to tell Andy that he wants to go out. Wants to go to this party. Oh, well, did you invite your sister? No. Why the f would I invite her? She don't want to go to that shit. What the f? Is that her grandma in a ring of fire? See, this is what I be talking about, bro. Anyways, he doesn't really want to take her, but he does anyway. But because Andy forces him to. This is going to come up later. Now, they go to this party that Charlie should not be at anyway because it's literally a bunch of kids drinking and getting high. Charlie has a peanut allergy as well. That's super important. I forgot to mention that, but that's going to also come up soon. Anyways, he takes her to this party. All these old ass kids drinking and shit. Shouldn't be there, but she is anyway. Peter's just trying to get some damn buns. He ends up walking into that girl that he's seen in class, the one that looked back at him after he was preoccupied with a text message about smoking a doobie. Hey, what's going on with you, Bert? Yo, real quick. You know, when I say real quick, I got another banger. This time, we're talking about the worst places to live. Yeah, that's going to be on the Sin Speaks channel. So hit this little eye right here or go to the pinned comment in the description. After you finish this, though, you know what I'm saying? Don't click off of this video yet. You feel me? But go over there and show love afterwards. Love you guys. Bye. Trish. That's not even my name. Now, you know, they go upstairs, bro. They all about to get high and shit. And he tells Charlie, go into the kitchen and get a piece of cake. So she go into the kitchen, you feel what I'm saying? She getting her a little piece of cake. The one that they made with peanuts, by the way. And she can't breathe. So she goes to get some water out of the sink and then realizes that she's having a allergic reaction. So he hurry up and he takes her to the car. You know, if you're gonna go to a party, right? You don't know, there's a bunch of random stuff here, a bunch of random people you don't know and shit. Maybe, I don't know, take her EpiPen with her. Like, maybe. She's in the car gasping for air in the back seat because her throat is closed. She ends up taking and rolling the window down because she's, you know, panicking. I think she can put her head out the window and get some air. Unfortunately, that's not how it works when your throat is closed, but she doesn't realize that because she's in panic mode. This nigga's going like 100 miles an hour and ends up smacking her head against the side of a telephone pole. Head comes completely off. I'm talking about decapitated, bro. Head is flying. And what does this do, bro? Does he call an ambulance? No. Does he call his mom and dad? No. He drives back to the house with her in the car, dead body, goes in the house, goes to his room fully clothed, lays down and just lays in bed, bro. Complete shock. Doesn't know what's happening, what's going on, just knows that his sister's dead and he doesn't want to live with that, especially since he is the reason for it. So he just lays in bed with his clothes on. Crazy work, boy. You got to do better under pressure, bro. All I know is if that was my sister and she died, I'm going to do something. I'm going to call somebody. Well, I wouldn't have had my sister at no party like that anyway, first and foremost. I also wouldn't have took my sister to no party like that knowing she has a deadly allergy without some sort of EpiPen with me. Yeah, Charlie's head is on the side of the road right now being eaten by insects. And her mom is in the house screaming that she wants to die. What a wonderful life they have right now. Jeez. Now, you know, obviously when they were driving there, you see the telephone pole, and they did a really good job of zooming into this, knowing that this was going to happen, kind of like foreshadowing. But Charlie dying is not a coincidence, okay? This is all part of the plan of the cult, and you're probably wondering why. But I can't tell you that, because then you know the sauce of the whole movie, bro. Duh, you gotta wait to the end. But now Annie has lost not only her mom, but her daughter within weeks. Oh, somebody needs to check on her mental health. She is on the floor screaming she wants to die, bro. And nobody thought, let me take her to a mental institution. You know what I'm saying? Let me check her into a home. Nothing. Anyways, Peter goes home and all of them leave after this, and he goes and he lays down. And then you see Peter looking over at the clubhouse, and it's glowing red. Probably should check that out. Shit started glowing red. Fuck, is this Brightburn? We also see Steve at this point flipping through this little notepad thing, and we see the bird, yeah, the one that Charlie cut its head off, with a crown on it. That's important. Anyways, the reason why the lighthouse blew up red is because Annie went in there to sleep in there to, you know, be closer to Charlie, and she took 2 heaters in that. Anyways, that day they're outside getting high and shit, and this started tweaking. Peter had a panic attack right now. Guys, I can't breathe, bitch. I feel like my throat getting bigger, bitch. Dude, calm the down, man. Just weed, fucking weirdo. You guys, all right? My sister just died, bitch. Yeah, we all know that, man, but don't be weird. God, bro, you're ruining the vibe. Anyways, Andy goes back to that group, and she's about to leave, but she gets stopped by this old-ass woman. Who the f is this? Oh, hey, honey. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I seen you at the last class. How are you? You know, with your mom and stuff? I lost my daughter, too, the other day. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Would you like to come in, you know, or maybe we could go have a coffee or something? How old was your daughter? She was 13. It's awful. My son, he died 4 months ago. Been coming here for some months, and it has helped. It doesn't cure anything, but it helps to have someone to talk to, you know? If you need someone just to talk to, just take my number, okay? Don't call me on Saturdays, though, because that's when I go get my pussy popping money. What? Mama gotta eat. Be careful on the way out. I know people in your family can't really drive. Damn, that was cold-blooded, cuz. Now she goes to the clubhouse once again. Her husband getting tired of this shit, bro. It's like, bro, I understand, like, you grieving and all that, but like, bitch, we got to move on at some point. Not really like move on. That's not a right way of saying it, but like, I got needs too. You just gotta understand, man. She going through a lot of shit right now, and hopefully she'll come around. Probably not, because she's insane, but you know, you can hope. Now at this point, Peter has started having some weird feelings and shit. Started seeing things that might not necessarily be there. Anyways, Andy's doing her miniatures, and some of the paint spills over, and it happens to just fall coincidentally on this paper of this woman that told her to call if she needed anything. Her name is Joni. Anyways, she tells her to come in, and well, she says that her mom had a welcome mat just like that. Used to embroider shit the same way. Huh, funny, ain't it? Anyway, she gets there and she starts breaking down, obviously, because she's still losing her mind. Lost her daughter, lost her mom, and her son is the reason her daughter's dead. What a wonderful world. All right, my fault. How's your relationship with your son, Peter? I don't know, I sleepwalk sometimes. One night I was sleepwalking, and I was next to Peter's bed, and I covered him and me in paint thinner and lit a match. And obviously he woke up and he started screaming, and I put the match out, but he thinks that I was trying to kill him. And maybe subconsciously I was, because I hate that. But I mean, at the time I was sleepwalking. Now Steve ends up going in the room while, you know, the mom is working on some shit after this, and she made a reenactment of the scene of her daughter's death. Like, bro, what if Peter sees that? And that's exactly what Steven says. What the f? Oh, you're freaky as hell for this one. What if Peter sees this? What? It's just a neutral view of the scene. Neutral view of the scene, man. Smack the shit. You know what? If I was my son, thank God I'm not. Man, you coming to dinner or not? As a matter of fact, I don't even give a come or go. Stupid ass bitch, you in here reenacting shit. If I reenact this ass whooping, put belt the ass in this, you better give me some head later too. I need that. So we end up leaving, bro. They go downstairs to eat dinner, and now they having a conversation at dinner about everything that's been happening, bro. And obviously he's trying to be released from, you know, the pain of what he did. And his mom, I mean, she knows that. So she starts tweaking on this. Oh my God. You know what? I wish I could release you from the pain, okay? I do. But your sister is dead. She's gone. And she's never coming back. And it's all your fault, nigga. Why did you drive her to that party? Why did I drive her to the party? Bitch, you made me take her. Oh, I swear to God, you about to gaslight me? And then you sleepwalking and shit. You tried to set me on fire, bitch. You hate me. What's wrong with you, cuz? You the reason why she was there, bitch. It's your fault. Oh my God. And I did not try to kill you, okay? I mean, subconsciously I might have, because I hate you, but that's besides the point. And well, both of y'all shut the f up. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'ma leave. But just know you can't escape this, Peter. So she does leave. She ends up going to the grocery store, and she runs into Joni ass again. And Joni is like all thrilled and excited. telling her about how she met this medium that did a seance and now she could talk to her son and she just wants to show her so much. Now she takes her over there, bro. They do this whole little thing, bro. And she got this quote unquote her son Louis writing things on a chalkboard. What else? Moving a cup and shit. Bro, first off, I'm not believing none of that bullshit. Now, obviously, Annie's freaking out about this shit because it's just like, bro, I'm not trying to hear this shit and I'm not trying to see this weird ass shit. Annie don't even know what to believe right now. But she tells her she wants to do it herself that she can. She has to light a candle, go get some item that her daughter has that belongs to her, and she can do it herself. Me personally, bro, I'm not doing no seance in my crib, bro. I'm not bringing that shit in there. That. And before she leaves, bro, she tells Annie that she didn't kill her. You didn't kill her, Annie. She's born. What the? You gotta get away from like Joni ass. Anyways, that night, Annie wakes up in the middle of the night. She sees a bunch of ants. She starts following them. I don't know why. I'm not following a bunch of ants in my house, but she does. And it looks like her son is covered in them. What the? Why is there so many ants on this? Then she wakes up and, oh shit, she's sleepwalking again. Mom, what the is you doing in my room, cuz? You on that sleepwalking shit again, bitch? You trying to kill me? I never wanted to be a mother. Then we realized that the was dreaming. She went in there and well, she told Peter that she never wanted to be a mother and that she tried everything to stop it, but it didn't work. Obviously, you know, he asked, well, why? What did you do? I tried everything. And then they both are on fire, bro. You know, black people. All right, my fault. But anyways, she's having a dream and then she wakes up and decides that I guess she's gonna do this seance thing. Now they go to the kitchen, bro. They at the table and they do everything. They get an item of hers. They got the candle. She tells Steven and Peter about this medium she saw. And now she's doing a seance. Bro, I ain't doing no motherfucking seance, bro. I don't care what a medium told me and I don't care how much I seen it work. Because why would you invite them evil ass spirits in your house, man? Now the seance that they did in here is very important to the story. This is the point in which, well, I guess I can't really tell you that because it'd be spoiling too much. But to just know that she let something in her house that she shouldn't have. Now at this point, you know, this shit is kind of going south. Steven's freaking out, obviously. Peter starts crying. Bro, why does Peter cry like that, bro? You was a grown-ass man, basically. Anyways, things start to change drastically after this. In a lot of different and weird ways. So Peter just get to tweaking every day. Like here in the classroom, he sees this like shiny shit. What the f? Is his reflection smiling at him? Yeah, nah, I would have got up out of there, bro. He's losing his mind. Now he freaked out at school, bro, and Steven ends up calling Annie and they have a whole argument about it. After this argument, the people that are looking for these like small worlds that she's creating, they wrote an email. Now they caught her and she just destroys it. Yep, destroys the entire thing. Oh yeah, this bitch is on crash out mode for sure. Hey honey, where you at? Oh my god, what the f? Bitch, what did you do, bitch? Oh bitch, you just destroying our livelihood now. What is wrong with you? Now after this, obviously Steven's had enough of the bullshit and shenanigans. Oh, this bitch want to get to tweaking, destroying your shit, huh? All right, cool. About to sleep downstairs then. And don't follow me down here when you want some dick either. So it looks like Steven's in this book, bro, and that's gonna be pretty important later. But anyways, in the meantime, in between time, Peter's upstairs and he sees Charlie in the corner. And then for some reason, his mom is in there trying to pull this head off. What's wrong with her? Anyways, Annie sees that book, right? And she tries to throw it in the fire, but then her arm catches on fire. So she pulls it out and she stomps on it. And then her arm is not on fire anymore. At this point, Annie is fully losing her mind. So she goes back to the apartment to try to see Joni, maybe get some answers or figure out what the hell is going on. She goes to her door and she starts banging on it. Joan, Joan. And then we see the little symbol that was on her grandma's neck. We see a bunch of candles and we see, is that a pentagram? A triangle? Looks like a seance is happening, or it had happened. We got Peter's picture in a triangle and little makeshift. That's the thing that Charlie had. She was playing with in class. And the head is the pigeon with the crown on it that she drew. Oh shit. Anyways, my man Peter's at school. And I think Annie has figured out what the hell is going on, or at least kinda. Anyways, Annie ends up going home and she looks and she sees all of those same embroidered things. And she's realizing, oh shit, she knows my grandma. Now you're probably thinking that Joni is trying to expel this evil outside of Peter. But no. What she's actually doing is she's trying to expel Peter's own consciousness and soul out of his body so that King Payman, the god of mischief, can come into his body. He needs a male body. And basically they're doing this so, you know, they can have much rewards and riches. They've been doing it for a long ass time apparently. And then we see Joni with Annie's grandma. in the photo book. Yep, she's been around this entire time. Anyways, after Joan does these like ritualistic ass words to Peter, well, that's when he starts experiencing those weird exorcist moments. Now, Ellen Lee's her grave had gotten vandalized, right? So at this point, Steven has pictures showing that this isn't like a vandalism. Somebody dug her out. Anyways, at this point, Annie decides to go into the attic, and there's a bunch of bugs in there. And you're probably like, okay, bunch of bugs in an attic. What could be up there? Oh my God, that's a lot of flies. Probably something dead. So she goes up to the attic, and then she sees it. Her grandma's dead body is in there, bro. No head on it. The decapitation is like a ritualistic thing. Payment's always depicted as some sort of like headless thing or crown thing. And these decapitations is like part of all of this. It's weird, I know, but anyways, in class, Peter is now freaking the out. Nigga hand starts raising and his body is being possessed. Nigga starts headbutting desk and shit. And after the second headbutt, he wakes up screaming. Ah, ah. Obviously the school's calling because hey, your son is in here possessed, hitting his head against the desk. Might want to come check on him. Bro got a broken nose and all that. But they're gonna take Peter, you know, and they put him in his room. Bro is unconscious, which is probably not good. Like, you would think that if, you know, he hit his head like that at school, broke his nose, take him to a hospital or something, not his bedroom. Like, I'm just saying, bro, he's unconscious, bro. What kind of parents? Anyways, she's begging Steven to go into the attic. So he's like, all right, bro, at this point, I'm a do it. He pulls the attic door down and the bugs fly out, and obviously he knows that there's something very bad up there. So he climbs up to see. Now Steven seems to think that she dug the grave up, brought her mom here. No, all these weird cult people did all that, which means they've been in her house, which means they went in the attic. Freaky. And now she's got this book, bro, and she wants Steven to put it in the fire because when she does it, it catches her on fire. And Steven's like, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna call. You need help. You need to go somewhere. Man, I ain't doing this, bro. You are crazy. You need some help. I ain't gonna lie. You need to go get some help. This ain't helping you, man. You enabling it. Oh, what? So then she takes the book and she throws it in the fire herself. Steven's body catches on fire. Literally on fire. Done. Out of here. And then her expression changes from shock to like numb. Really weird. Anyways, Peter wakes up and he ends up seeing the clubhouse glowing up again. His nose is still messed up like Michael Jackson when he went and got that nose job. Now this is important, okay? Steven dying, okay, being sacrificed at this point is like the last connection that Annie really has. It's like a vulnerability of sorts. And Annie is now easily manipulated and being able to be controlled by the cult. It's all very important. All of this is to pretty much isolate Peter and make his reality no longer a reality. And then he looks up and he sees his mom just stabbing herself, which is crazy, by the way. So at this point, Peter has nothing connecting him to real life. And then he sees a bunch of people naked up there, which is crazy. These freaky ass dudes in here, man. Freaks out and he jumps out the window. And Peter's gone. And after he jumps out of the window, we obviously know that, you know, Payment has taken over. There is no more Peter. You see that light? It is now inside him. He looks up and he sees his mom completely decapitated. Well, I guess it's not his mom anymore. But he sees Annie's body flying to the clubhouse. So he goes over there. And now we see all these naked people just surrounding everything, just looking at him. Real weird. Like, go put some clothes on. So he goes up here, bro, and everybody's bowing down to him. This thing is freaky, bro. And at this point, Payment's here. You know, I always wonder, like, dang, what happens? Like, would they make a sequel to this? I guess they can't because, I mean, demon guy is in the real world now. Like, and yeah, that's pretty much the end of the movie. They like devil worshippers. So this entire time you've been watching this, you realize now that everything was manipulated. This cult manipulated every situation to basically bring this into a male body. Freaky as hell, boy.